Okay, morning. Michelle here again, living in Ghana. I'm a Jamaican teacher who taught in the US for almost 6 years. I left US, pack up, and left last year and moved to Ghana with my girls, two daughters and my granddaughter. Now, for those who have watched my previous videos, you know I have a couple challenges, right? So the challenges still exist, and those challenges are as it concerns equipment. I use my phone. I think my phone now is the battery is going. So as soon as I start videoing, as soon as I start posting, the battery goes. And then there's the challenge of the fact that I have to use a generator to, you know, so right now it's on a limited. I think it's at 15%, but I wanted to see if I could use the space that is now on this to at least do one video. So the video I'm going to do is a follow-up to one that I did yesterday while the men were working on the house. So got a little refund, as I said in that video, and I am trying to see what I can catch up on. So now my thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a bit easier to find the labor cost than to buy the materials I need to do certain things. Cement is not so bad, but like stone and blocks, that the quantity you need to do whatever you're doing is going to be more costly than paying a day for a work or a 2 day or so on. You do it a little at a time. I know some persons probably don't do it like that, but I do. So I buy things like I bought tiles yesterday. For this area, let me show you the area. So I bought tile for the living room area. So this is the living room area. So I bought some cement. Yes, I want to see how much the cement can do for like the kitchen, and the living room area. I ordered my windows. So this is my window. So all my windows are in finally, guys. And that's great for me. I don't have to worry about the rain coming in anymore. There's no board. The place is not dark and so on. You have to... I'm looking while I'm talking to you because one of the things I have to ensure is that I understand why the gentleman wanted double mesh. He wanted me to pay him some more money to do double mesh on the windows to avoid the insects. And the whole that I'm looking at is for little water. I don't know. I hate insects so much. I'm wondering if I should second guess myself. I can't see the hole in it. It's to release the water if water come. But it shouldn't need... Correct me if I'm wrong. But if that hole is there, the water comes in. It allows water to come in. It shouldn't need a hole, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what premise. And while I'm talking to you, right, I'm looking for the imperfections. So you see the mitering at the corner there. I want to go out and look at it in a bit. I'm a little bit afraid of the biting insects. I keep talking about them and how much they burn. But this corner too, the mitering, I'm surprised. The previous windows were not like that. And I didn't see that yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit busy for me. But the windows are now in. That was been in for some time now. He actually fixed that window because the person who did it didn't even have locks on it. But I can now see straight through my window. And the boarding is there. I bought these yesterday, but I'm wondering if they're too thick. For my closet, you guys can tell me. I want to put 2 shelves in the closet at the back so I can stock certain things on the shelves in the closet. So this is gonna be my store area for a bit because I have to start doing some work on the wash. Well, we used to call it washroom. It's a laundry room, really. So I moved out some things. So this work was done. Oh God. Okay, so this work was done yesterday. I'm a little bit, um, I'm not sure if I like the big space. I know it's a small area, but the boxes seem so big. This is a different workman from this one. So I like how this is done. I prefer how this is done. But yesterday, the previous video, I talked about how they asked me for a contract rather than. So the living was finished yesterday. The pantry area, as well as the laundry that we just looked at, and the 22 pieces of 2x2 finished before this year was done. So I'm hoping I bought the wood yesterday, so I'm hoping that it can be sorted out, you know, sorted out today, right? But yesterday I ran down to, and guys, when you have money, you feel rich for a moment, and if you don't sit and think about it carefully as you spend and buy things that may not be necessary at this moment. Everything is necessary eventually, but you know, at this moment in time, the steps. So like my windows had to be done. That's the first money I took out to finish the windows so that I can look all around my house through windows, right? And protect in terms of sealing out most of the outside elements, right? And then like the doors to the areas because you have workmen coming in, privacy in the bathroom is needed, and so on. You don't know what can happen when you're here. And so I had to make sure that I got those things off. So yesterday was a long day. I actually did not get the chance to film because of this generator. I was hoping that I could film my trip to Little Sky, because Little Sky is where I buy most of it. Was first introduced to me. I have other places that there are many places that sell stuff, construction stuff, materials, and so on. But you have to think of the convenience of transportation and so on. The Aboboyas charge different price depending on the distance you go. The guy that I normally use, he brought the stuff from there to here, and because the tiles were so many, I think it is a total of, let me tell you, yeah, I think it's a total of 43 tiles, 600 millimeters as well as 400 millimeters. I was thinking initially that I wanted to just do one set of tiles going straight to the wash area, but two things changed my mind. One, the the kitchen, I was advised not to use polished tiles, and I understand why. And then, but the first thing was when I ordered the tiles, the tile that I wanted, they didn't have 42, much less 43, right? They had only 30 something. So if I was going to switch and just do one set of tiles for the living, one for the kitchen, hopefully the same one going into the laundry, yeah. So I bought that. Another thing is I checked the ceiling, the roofing ply, and the inner sable, they have it for 120 per sheet, when I went down to um when I went down to Little Sky, they had some really thick sheets. I've never seen sheets for the ceiling this thick. Notice I said never seen. Not talking about. Anyway, it was really thicker, and it was for 115. But you know you have to save money every chance you get. So with the ply, the tiles, and about 4 bags of grout. Probably going to need more, but that's it for now. So I spent a total of 9,000 something at Little Sky yesterday, and all of that couldn't come up at once in one travel on the Ababaya. So I actually had to offload some at a yard down there and come up with some and then go back down for it. But then with the up and down, we didn't want to come home and cook, so we went back down with the Ababaya, have him delayed, bought him some lunch, some food or dinner, I guess it at the time or the day. So we went down to Mr. T yesterday and ate dinner, and then when we were done, we came back up with the Ababaya. So we came here in the dark and had the things transported in. So I said that to say I didn't get to go through with a fine-tooth comb. And sometimes you look and just don't see certain things until like days after. He tried helping me out with the outside window. The window that was damaged just after. So I'm outside. So the window that was damaged, this window fell out a couple times. One blade first, and they patched it, the corner, and then let me show you. And then hold on, please. Okay, so outside view, all windows in. Sorry, there's an overlap. I got distracted with it because I saw something on the window, and for a moment there, I thought it was cracked and it was missed. So I don't think it's a crack, it's just dirt. But he's supposed to be back to do some repairs on the front window, change the blade. So I want to make sure there, whatever problems I'm having, I can say it before so that he comes and sort it out. I noticed the windows before from the previous workman don't have certain things these have. Yeah, sadly. Right? So he put in those 2 windows. He gave me the mesh for this one because the person who originally did it did not put any mesh. I don't know if you guys can see how lean this is. So it was that, and it doesn't kiss in the corner down there. You see the space. So there's so many opportunities for insects to come in. It's not funny. So all the windows are in, and this is the last one that needed to be in, the back. Yeah, I'm losing. Yeah, so my phone is gonna cut off, so let's do this other video. All right, so my windows are in. Look behind me. What does that dog keep getting out? Bingo! It no matter what you do, we got a metal chain now, actual color, and this dog is just